We did see the Stargate as well as the Citadel of Doom. I think the Templar Archives as well was all going up right now. But overall, Best defending against that drop very, very well, not doing too much damage. So Baby's got to be at least a little bit disappointed in that. And I wasn't paying close enough attention. I don't know if the dropship died or not. Man, I wasn't quite paying enough attention. I have a feeling that it got picked off because I don't see any units wandering around in weird positions, but hard to tell for sure, unless maybe to the right of the screen right now is maybe a dropship. Go to the right. Come on, move to the right just a tiny bit. I want to see what that unit is. Can't tell. Yeah, but I have a feeling that the dropship got picked off. That was just a Marine. There's still a Marine out in the field. That's weird. No, it did not get dropped. Nope, the dropship did not get picked off. There's the 4 vultures, and absolutely knew exactly what was going on there. Was completely prepared for the secondary drop. Able to defend against it perfectly fine. And here come the tanks coming in for the attack on the natural expansion. Not going to have too much luck here. I mean, they might be able to get a volley off, but Best is definitely prepared to counter this right now. It looks like I think really Baby should just get the heck out of there. This is not going to work, and it looks like he is going to retreat here, picking up the tanks in his dropship and retreating with the vultures. And I need a drink here, my Diet Coke. My throat was starting to hurt a bit there. Best is throwing up a couple more gateways as well. And Baby, being a macro fiend right now, getting his 4th base up there at the bottom right for his 3rd gas before Best even has his 3rd completed. So Baby investing heavily into the macro stages of this game. Maybe the strategy here may be that he knows that Best prefers macro games, so he's going to, call Best's game plan out and simply put himself in such an economic advantage that he almost can't lose. He just have so many more units, have so much more money that he can take Best to task, even if Best macros as well as he can, even if he comes out with solid arbor play. Baby should still be able to take the game just by purely having more stuff than he does. We do have the science facility complete. Going to be seeing some arbiters, arbiters and science vessels. We're going to be seeing both of them very, very shortly. Got a lot of comsat stations as well, so he's pretty well prepared for this. It looks like he's placing some mines in anti-recall positions as well, or at least if he hasn't at his main, he should be. Some vultures here getting picked off by dragoons as they're meandering around a little bit carelessly, and looks like Baby's also going to try and stop this top left base from going up for a little while. We got a couple DTs as well as Arbiters out. Arbiters are pretty awesome because they turn Zealots essentially into DTs, which is just awesome. It's just awesome when Zealots become DTs. They're just higher HP and less damage DTs, really, is what they become. But they're pretty sweet. And this 4th base at the bottom right is up and running, so if this game goes on for a few more minutes and Baby it goes unharassed, we could see Baby just really start turning the macro on, and Best might really start to struggle. We do have a DT going to the bottom right, not going to have too much success. There is a missile turret as well as some mines and a couple siege tanks, so I think that this is going to be completely fair. Yes, it is going to completely and utterly fail, and I'm using only one mine to take it down, and it looks like Baby's going to try and block off the bottom side of that ramp with just a single SCV producing buildings, and he needs to hurry that, get that one building finished and get down another one. Forge is spinning as well, so we got some upgrades going for both players. Looks like +1 is finished, so probably going to be upgrading to +2. Got some Zealots loaded up for some Zealot bombs. First Arbiter is out into the field. Looks like he's going to try and put on some pressure, and Baby knows that this is coming, and Baby needs to take his high ground there above his mineral only. He needs to take that high ground. This is kind of a misplay by Baby to allow Best to simply take it and not put up any fight here. This is very, very odd play from Terran. This could actually be kind of bad. I mean, just simply because he's ceded that territory already. That is very, very important territory on both sides of the map. Gaining control of that upper ground. Once you gain control of it, you can attack into both bases. You can go down into the mineral only, or you can go down to the gas expansion in the corner, and I think that's a pretty big mistake by Baby, not choosing a strategy that allowed him to hold on to that. I think he just doesn't have the units right now, so I think from a certain perspective it's a good idea in that to not fight for that, and that he probably would have lost, but at the same point it's kind of a precarious position for him because he's at a severe disadvantage in terms of map positioning. And here comes the shuttle dropping off some Zealots. Going to try and do some damage. A nice EMP going off, picking off that Arbiter. So that Arbiter not going to be able to get any stasis off. Zealots in there trying to do some damage, trying to pave the way. It looks like all the tanks are done, so did their job, and Dragoon's now coming up the ramp, and if Best was microing this correctly, like not a tard, he'd be able to brush down these supply depots very, very quickly and really take down this bottom right-hand base. But no, not having any luck here. Best not looking up to snuff. His ramp micro not looking particularly good, and I'll be the first to say that ramp micro is a pain in the butt, especially with the uselessness of Dragoon AI. Quite possibly that and Goliaths have like the worst AI in the world. I would say Dragoons are worse than Goliaths, but that's probably mostly because I'm a Protoss player, so I particularly know it. But instead, see, this is without having control of that big ramp. Now Best simply wraps around to the other side and swarms in there, and it looks like all of the spider mines went out without actually being dragged into any of the tanks, or if they dragged into the tank, it was dematrixed. It looked like it just did some splash damage at most. But whether that was pretty nice there by Baby, able to survive that. So moving into the late game here, Baby has got to be looking in very, very good position here. Got a covert ops for Baby, probably for lockdown. He's going to try to lock down some of these arbiters. Some cool play here. That is pretty baller. If he can lock down some arbiters, that'd be very, very cool. I need another drink. And, yeah, Baby coming out with some good play here. I mean, I think he was a little bit lucky in that he was able to hold off that bottom right very well. He was very close with a couple of mine drags in that last push to going off and really just screwing him over. If a couple of those mines had gone off, this entire game could be looking very, very different right now, but they did not. So right now Baby is in a very, very nice position. Dropship going to the 12 o'clock position, probably has a couple tanks in it. There they are, and they are just going to siege up and try and do some damage. I actually think that this is kind of a dangerous idea, moving some vultures in to support them and defend. I like the vulture play. I was afraid at first that it was just going to be pure tank, but with the vultures you could see this actually do a significant amount of damage, and those tanks need to be unsieged and walk up and help to blow up those cannons, just so that way the vultures can really start picking up the probes a little bit earlier. And it looks like this is going to be for nukes, not for lockdown, or maybe it's for both, but we have nukes, we have a nuclear silo, and I want to see a nuclear launch detected. I am actually really, really excited right now. This could be freaking sweet. I want to see some nukes. Nuclear silo is building. Baby producing another command center as well, looking to take the 6 o'clock position, where Baby has already placed a nexus, it appears. So